Saturday morning about 10 o'clock. Another gorgeous day out here in Golden Valley, Arizona. Riding up here in the BLM. It's all open. Open OHV. Following cow trail right here. Made a adjustment to the rear shock. It's a mxtech National. My suspension was done by Kevin at Stillwell Performance. Highly recommend it. He made this 500 totally rideable now. It felt good. The only thing I was doing is I was having a little bit of front end knifing, so I put a little bit more compression on the shock. Changed the sag a little bit, and it definitely put more weight onto that front wheel, and I can basically just take my hands. I could take my hands off the bars and the bike just goes straight now, which is just really nice. So I've been riding the 300, trying to practice a lot more in the rocks and stuff, so I decided to see what I could do on this. So I kind of made a nice little loop in the rocks, and everything felt good. The front end felt really good. The only thing I was getting was the back end was maybe a little too stiff since I compressed the shock. So I changed the low compression setting on the National shock and made it a lot softer, so I wasn't getting that bounce. So I'm testing it this morning. So far everything I've done has felt really good. I'm not getting that bounce. Even when I was coming up here on the dirt road, I went over a bunch of rocks just to see what she was doing, and she felt really good. I wasn't getting that bounce stuff. All I can do is go off feel. I don't know nothing about these things. I just try to go off. But Kevin tries to teach me if I can remember it. All these terms and stuff are all new, so it's a little different. But it does feel really good today. I'll make this loop and see what the bike feels like. I know what it felt like the other day, so. But I was definitely able to do some stuff I would have never tried on this after riding a 300 for a few weeks. This bike's intimidated me, so. I do have to carry more speed on it, so that's a plus. I need to start, everybody on the internet is telling me I need to keep more speed, and that'll definitely help it. Let the suspension take it, but my brain doesn't say, oh, you're gonna die, so that's a little tough for me to do. I definitely understand it. Fear you gotta overcome. I guess that's what makes it so fun. It's fear. The big old tree. Dammed up in that. Don't need to catch it on fire. I was getting a little bounce going over those rocks, so on the rear end, the front end feels great. I did change gearing on this because I want to start doing some more going over rocks and off trail on it. So I went from a 50 to a 51 rear. I'm 12 in front, and I put my tubeless tires back on it with the Cinco 525. I'm running about 8.5 pounds in the back tire with the tubeless system. I was just seeing what kind of grip I can get with it. I had been running the Michelin X34, I can't remember what it is, rear tire. And with Mr. Wolfwald, and it felt good, no problem. I just thought I'd run this since I have an extra wheel and run the tubeless system. The grip level seems a little better in this loose stuff, especially cornering, and definitely up in the loose stuff. So I'm real interested. That new tubeless system that's coming out. That's a bunch of guys been testing it. They really like it for enduro, hard enduro stuff. Then they run a tubeless makes a 5150. It's like a half moose. So you put the tubeless in, which the new one doesn't have the tube in it like this one does. So there's a real small, like inch in diameter tube that keeps the tires seated, that you put like 100 pounds in it, and then you can regulate your tire pressure with no tube. So you can put it wherever you want. Some guys run 0 when it holds up. So I'm running, like I said, 8.5 pounds in it. But the new one, the only air, I guess there won't be any air pressure. I guess you could use air pressure to regulate it, even with the 5150 half moose that you put in there. It's just going to keep you from hopefully getting punctures. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I know Morgan at Highland Cycles, he's been riding it for quite a while, probably dang year and a half. He was testing it, so he really likes it. I feel a lot better over this stuff. The other day, going over these rocks back in, wasn't planted, it was wanting to bounce, so that made all the difference in the world. So I got a little loop here that I made. I'm trying to make it anyway. That way I can test it, but I can definitely tell a difference already. So before Kevin helped me, I was at Stillwell. I was running the stock Sachs shocks, and I was making all kinds of adjustments, and nothing ever really changed. It just was bad. Running was bad, and I was a new rider too, so that didn't help. But I just knew that I've ridden horses all my life, so I kind of have a feel, and it was like the bike would never do the same thing twice. And being a beginner rider, that made it really tough. So I talked to I called Kevin at Stillwell because I was definitely interested in the dalsaggio Spheres 3.0 in the front. I'd read a lot of reviews on the SOP 3.0s, and everybody just raved about them. So I talked to Kevin and told him what kind of riding I was going to do. So, and then the rear shock was a Sox, and you know, he said he could revalve it and, you know, make it like a national, but it was going to be about the same cost. I decided to go with the national shock. That's what he recommended. So he valved everything and then sent it out, and then I put it in. I put it in my fork tube, which was simple. And gotta pay attention here. Oh, what's the focus? And I could tell a difference right away since I've installed them. And I've had a million questions for Kevin because I read stuff that for some reason I don't comprehend it all the time, or it's not fit basic language like I understand. Yeah, right there. Oh my gosh. That feels so good. There's no bounce. I mean, it just get more grip too. Definitely more grip. So as my riding's improved, you know, I can definitely start adjusting on stuff. Probably one of the biggest issues I was having was just the front end washing out on me. And actually both bikes, I put more compression on the rear shock, pick the front end and put a little bit more, or pick the back end up, put a little bit more weight on the front end. And both bikes are super stable now. This is the kind of riding I like to do, so I'd like to get competent. On this 500 on this too, because I really like riding this bike. They're just so much different than each other. Originally, when I was thinking about the suspension on it, you know, the original shocks was pretty close to strung to my weight. So I don't think the springs were going to make much difference. I think it's just on the softs, on the 24s anyways, there's just lack of adjustment. Oh yeah. Yeah, before even just going over that stuff, I was getting just a little bit of, you know, tire was coming off the ground. So that made a big difference. The kind of grip we have here. Yeah. Atrocious. I'm running the Michelin X31, I guess, I can't remember, on the front of this with Mr. Wolf ball bits, so it feels good. So the suspension's huge. I mean, even for a beginner, especially, I mean, for a beginner, probably why so many of these guys see their bikes for sale with 4 or 5 hours on them. You know, it's probably just scary, which I mean, I was that way. I thought, man, I don't know if I can do this. The bike's going everywhere, but where I think it should be going, there was no comfort. It was a death ride. And that's no fun. You can't build on your confidence if you have no clue where the bike's gonna go or what it's doing. I'm never gonna be a racer. I like trying to push myself every day. Do more stuff. I really enjoy it. Now I'm 6 years old, so I haven't rode since I was in my teen. (6'5", so both bikes, I mean, the 300's a little bit smaller, but it doesn't still. As far as the chassis goes, the chassis is still almost the same now. I got a lot more traction behind now. That's amazing. I just put 2 clicks in, or took 2 clicks out on the low speed compression, I guess it's called. And that made all the difference in the world. Oh yeah, that was it. So nice when you make those little adjustments. That's what you said, if you just want a little plush or just a little softer, get a little bit more grip, change that setting. So that's what Kevin told me, so that's what I did. Hey, I read it too, but what is that? Yeah, now it's just going right over the rock. Before I was just getting a little bit of hair of a bounce, so the tire was wanting to bounce off the rock and go left or right. Going around. All right. Just trying to make a test trail here, so when I make changes, I can feel it on pretty much all terrain. Sand, hard pack, drop, uphill, downhill, leaf stuff. Try to do that stuff, man. You're behind. Big difference there in the fan too. How you guys doing?
We're good. Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
See any quail?
Actually I haven't.
Uh-huh.
That's weird, huh?
Well, I know.
Usually I see them, but I haven't seen any. Right?
I'm sorry about this. But, yeah. So, where did you come in? Up at Union Pass or both?
No, I came in. I live in Golden Valley, so I just came around, went up to the top of the hill and back
That's
down.
cool. Yeah, so,
Nice
I mean,
bike.
we jumped some down over here. But, okay. Yeah, that's... And I know I've...
Right after the rain in the morning, I hit a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Look. That's weird. Keep my momentum up. Man, god damn. Check that. Yeah. You're lucky, bastards. Problem right there, that neutral. And that rock.